I'm on the moon. It's made of cheese.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today we're from this beautiful world. Welcome to Beer and Cheese Tuesday, the last show. This has been going on for what we were talking about, almost 5 years, maybe five-ish. 4.5, 5 years. Yeah. So I think it's time to, both of us have agreed to kind of put it to rest. And so we're gonna do one more show. And just want to welcome Bumpy again to the show here. Bumpy Isms, check him out. And of course, check me out too, Beer Man. Don't check me out too much. But yeah, so we're gonna pair it up. It's a regular beer and cheese. It's not an open alcohol. That was last week. So, yeah, hopefully you got something good today, Bumpy. And just want to say, first of all, cheers also to the community as well when you walk in, when you come on in. Cheers to you. And let's go ahead and get started. Cheers. Let's go ahead and bring Bumpy up. Here we go.
Okay. Well, I mean, I definitely have a good cheese. It's a Gouda cheese. Actually, it's very Gouda. Comes from Articus, and they do a fantastic job with Gouda cheeses. So this is a goat Gouda. It's a young one, so it's called Youngsters. So a young goat Gouda cheese, and Atticus or Articus is a Dutch cheesery, Dutch cheesemakers out of Holland. And it says product of the Netherlands. It's like all over the place. Netherlands, Holland, Dutch. It says ingredients are pasteurized goat's milk, salt, microbial rennet, starter culture. Contains milk. It's good. At least it's not that weird process stuff. You can see if I hold this up, you can kind of see the it's got little indents, almost like it's Swiss, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's got little indents in it. Probably see it better on the back side. But yeah, I'll get this opened up, and it does have a little bit of a waxing. Nice little blue colored waxing on the side, so I'll have to peel that off. Not edible. So make sure you peel the outer edge. It will be harder on the outer edge. It does seem to be a little bit soft as you get to the center, especially towards the thinner parts. It is kind of spongy, we'll call it. Nice. I'll get that opened up. It is pretty tightly packaged, so I'm going to have to do some good sawing to get into this. But we will do that. The beer that I decided to pair with this, it's the same pairing I was going to do last week before I did the Audible. When I found out that it was an open table with alcohol, and I said, you know what? I have a cheese that might go well with a certain whiskey. So this was what I was going to bring last week from Spyglass Brewing Company out of Nashua, New Hampshire. I have El Centro, which is their Italian Pilsner.
Oh, right on.
And look at that. That brings you right back to the 50s and 60s.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I love the can art on this. I'd like to have a painting like that in my house.
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is a 5.1% ABV Pilsner. This was canned on March 6th. So it's a little bit over a month old at this point, a month and a week. So 5 weeks.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's go ahead and pour it into a dirty glass because that's how we do it.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, I had an IPA in this glass earlier from Spyglass though, so it's okay. No real cross contamination going on, and it was just the lacing from the
That's fine.
New England IPA. So, anyways, we pour that. It's got a pretty tight knit white sudsy head still. Nice, beautiful yellowish gold coloration. It's that melted lemon lollipop color. It's clear. You can see right through it. See my fingers and everything. Effervescence. Yeah, I see some carbonation bubbles going up. That it may not tell the full story of how carbonated it's going to be. You can't even see it on the side here, but it is a beautiful looking Pilsner. So
It's great.
to get into that, hopefully it goes well with this goat Gouda from Holland. So Italian inspired Pilsner, Holland or Dutch cheese, Gouda goat cheese, and all right.
Sounds good, actually.
Beer Man, I'm gonna work on getting my cheese open while you
all right.
Your products.
Strong arm that package. All right, dude. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers. And cheers to Blake as well. Just stepped in. Cheers, Blake. Good to see you. All right. So basically, since the last show, I'm gonna cry. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be fine. But I wanted to bring something that was always one of my more favorite pairings. So this is something I've done before, but I wasn't able to find what I wanted in cheese, but it's still going to work, I think. But first I'll go ahead and I'll show the cheese first. But it's a Vermont Creamery goat cheese. Look at, we're on the same page. Only mine's a tube, but it's the strawberry one. I wanted the honey one, but that's okay. We'll do this. I'll open that in a bit as well. And then the beer that I really like to put with this is a fruited sour. So I went and I think one of the first fruited sours I had was like a Drecker with some goat cheese, and that's exactly what I have here is a Drecker. It's called a mango swirly creamsicle sour, and it is, so it's got vanilla, mango and vanilla ice cream as the gimmicks. And I'm trying to find a percentage. It's always hard on these, right? It's usually like either one of these little glasses on the side with the number in it or something or other. And they don't give you shit on those. Sometimes it's on the top, printed on the can. Oh no, it's on the bottom. 6.6% ABV. I've got a Mangover. That's what it says. All right, let's open it up. I want to give it a little swirly since it's called swirly. Man, oh, dude. Oh, no. Holy shit. Ants, please come on in. Dude, that is going nuts. Damn, dude.
Oh, no. You shouldn't have done the swirly.
That is hardcore, dude. It's got like a bunch of crap at the bottom. Whoa, that is crazy. Hold on, I got some cleaning to do here. Woo! That thing went nuts. I mean, it's like that's definitely. Hold on. I'm gonna get ants everywhere on this one. Wow. Okay. You can feel the weight at the bottom of all the puree. Like I even shook the shit out of it. Well, I didn't shake the shit out of it, but God, that smells good. And I kind of can't wait to get into this. Haven't had one of these in a while, so that'd be kind of fun. But there you go. That was exciting. Fuck. All right, let's go ahead and get back to Bumpy and see what he got. See if it works. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, so I did get it out of the package here, and I did slice it up. So there we
Oh, very
go.
nice.
Let's go ahead and start with the cheese. I don't think anything's going to be overpowering here. So the cheese, it does have a harder outer edge. So very kind of firm, dry feel to the outer edge. It is a floppy, bendy, and then it snaps. Cheese. All right. The aromas on it are, it does have a strength to it. It's not weak. It's kind of like a nutty milk, like an almost like an almond milk, or a little bit of like a salinity almond, like so nutty milk and salty. Let's try some. Cheesers.
Salty. Cheesers.
I need more. So it definitely has a chewiness on the outer edge. Almost like chewing a, I don't know, it starts to get kind of leathery. But yeah, there is a big nuttiness to this one, big nutty flavor. A little bit of a kind of like a raw milk almost type flavor. And lots of sodium, lots of saltiness. It's loaded with the salts.
There's your Gouda.
Yeah, it's not a smoked Gouda. It's not an aged Gouda. It's a young one. Say there is a little bit of a sweetness to that kind of nutty appeal to it. But yeah, kind of what the cheese is giving off. It's just nutty sweet, raw milk, and salty. It's not overly salty, but you do notice the salt. There is plenty of salt. If you put it on a cut, you might feel it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. The beer, which is this Italian Pilsner. So you're getting the malts a little bit. It has kind of a breadery. Oh boy. A bready, crackery, almost like a baguette or a pretzel type smell without the salt.
Nose are shit.
A little bit of a fruity and floral aroma from the hops. It almost reminds me a little bit of apricot on the fruitiness. And just like kind of a floral smell, maybe like a lavender type or something like that out of the floralness. Yeah, let's go ahead and take our first sip. So cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
Right off the bat, doughiness, breadiness. And then you do get hit with a bitterness that is lingering on. It's got a bitter side to it. Let me dive back in. Let me talk about the body, the mouthfeel, and then try to break down a little bit more of what it might get on the palate. Cheers.
Right. Cheers.
So it seems to be like a medium. Seems to be about a medium light body. Bready, biscuity. There's a lot going on here in the house right now, so I can't think.
Right.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say like it's a little bit earthy tone with the hops. On the aromas, it definitely smells different than what it comes off on the palate. I'd say like kind of like an earthy and a kind of piney, grassy bitterness.
Sounds good.
It's like a West Coast Pilsner.
Oh, right on. Okay. Is that what it stated it as, or it just says Vienna Lager? Or is it Vienna or
no, it's an Italian Pilsner.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Italian Pilsner.
But yeah, it's bready, like I said, kind of doughy, bready, little biscuity for the malt presence, and then it's this kind of earthy tone hop, and then it really does dive into like a kind of larger bitterness that seems to be kind of grassy, piney. Yeah, not exactly what I was expecting out of the Italian Pilsner. They definitely went a different route with this one. Well, let's go ahead and try to eat the cheese and then drink the beer and see how it mixes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheesios. So it mixes pretty well. I could always, when I put the cheese in my mouth already, after drinking the beer, I noticed kind of a yeast. They kind of gave it like a yeasty flavor. And then with sipping the beer with the cheese on my palate, you still get some of the salinity from the cheese, but it's cut back drastically. The bitterness punch is also kind of kicked back from the beer. It kind of brings out this kind of doughy, bready, yeasty flavor. The piney notes and stuff are kind of dulled down. I still have like kind of a lingering. It's like a bizarre nuttiness. It's not so much sweet, and it's not as like the salt factor from the cheese was kind of kicked back a bit too. It does seem to kind of, match up fairly well. You get the kind of earthy tone with the nuttiness. I mean, earth and nuts, fairly well. Nothing like extremely exciting about the combination. I mean, either one of these aren't like super exciting on the palate by themselves. So the combination didn't exclude whatever any exciting flavors. But let's go ahead and drink some beer and then eat the cheese.
All right, man. Here's a cheers.
But cheers.
Birches. Cheesers and kampai. That's it.
It just got a little bit of a lemon note from the beer. Let's drink
All
some.
right. Okay. Yeah, I like that lemon herbal. It's amazing. It's so salty. The cheese.
Mm. Yeah, nothing really exciting about that. It was kind of the cheese just cut back on any of the bitterness that would have started building, lingering on. Now I'm starting to get more of that salinity and stuff. I think it just kind of like dulled down some of the cheese census right up front. But yeah, cheese finally prevailed. Still a little bit of a lingering bitterness, earthy tone, grassy, with some salty, nutty, raw milk flavors.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, they kind of like work hand in hand, but neither one is like, yeah, go out and get it. This is exciting stuff.
Right. Well, but they paired good though, right?
Yeah, I think they work well together.
Yeah.
They kind of are on the same lines of what they're giving off. So
a lighter beer with the beer that's salty too, probably brought out some maybe some sweetness.
You usually eat like salty nuts and stuff. You go to a bar and you might get a Pilsner. So
right, exactly. That's good.
That's cheese that's kind of portraying that salty nuttiness, it works.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to hear. All right. Is that a cheese you'd give your dog? Oh, shit.
That's Kobe.
That's fucking funny, dude. All right.
Hey, you want some? Come on.
Oh, shit. Damn, she really wants some. Oh, damn, got your finger. Oh, man. Oh,
there you go.
right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Bumpy, man. Cheers, dude. Your last review here with this show. So, fuck
yeah. Sorry, I got interrupted. It was.
Don't worry about it, man.
It happens a lot here.
That's life. That's family.
It's
all good. So, all right, dude. I'm gonna let you off. Bring my sorry ass up, and before this beer starts to fall over, it looks like ice cream. Jesus. All right. Thank you, man, and cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Man, this thing is like melting off. Look at it. It's like it's crazy. The
wow
on it is nuts, and it's separated. So
looks
there's
like a weird experiment.
Yeah, it's like hovering above the juice with like a little bit of like bubbles holding it together like glue. Oh dude, that's good. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, it just kept on coming out. It just I've never seen anything like that before. I couldn't stop it. And then you're trying to go into a little tiny hole. That doesn't sound good. All right. So let's go ahead and let's start with the beer first. So again, this is if I can get it without getting sticky fingers, it's got shit all over it. But the mango swirly creamsicle sour, there's still some in there, so I'll get the rest of that. But this is what it looks like again. I took a picture. I'm gonna put it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, all that later. But yeah, I mean, it almost looks like it has vanilla ice cream and mango puree in it. But I mean, it's just this crazy explosion that just came out. It was like lava, and it just kept on puffing out of it. Looks like a ice cream float or something, a root beer float or something like that, but with mango.
Looks like something out of Harry Potter.
Right? Yeah, it's like a science experiment. Exactly. But yeah, no mango.
Dumbledore, I'll get you.
Yeah, get you. Get you. Drink this to get small so you can fit through that door like Alice in Wonderland. No, but yeah, mango orange, I'd say more well, mango's orange color, but it's more of like a lighter kind of just orange juice. It looks like orange juice. It's got a very orange, like light or tangerine juice or something. It's got kind of a light orangish yellow kind of head. Very puffy, very ice creamy milk, like blah, just crazy looking, like thick nuttiness. Wow. Okay. And the bubbles are just like sticking on this. It's not a clean glass, so I should have probably cleaned it before. But it's just sticking on the side and giving me some good like little bubbles, big bubbles, just kind of like going up every once in a while. Kind of like that. On the nose, straight up mango and vanilla. Mango vanilla with pistachio. I don't know where the fuck I'm getting pistachio. It smells like a mango pistachio vanilla like treat of some sort. I'm getting maraschino cherries in the syrup in the jar. The sweet cherries. I get that, which is crazy. Wow, it's like that sweet kind of, almost so sweet that it like pierces your nose. Sweet. Boy, man, Alex would really like this. But no, that's really all I'm getting. That, you can only go so far with these things. Let me get that off there with my tongue. That also did not sound good. Very, very sexual wordology today. All right, so but it's sticking on the sides though as it's going down. It's finally starting to kind of subdue and go away, but it's just leaving this horrendous, crazy puree, foamy fuckety on the side of my glass. I can't get over how much that smells like cherry. Anyway, it said nothing about cherry. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
It is super sweet and tart. On the mouth, I'm getting brown sugar maple, maybe a little cherry, and then I get the mango. I get the just the vanilla, all kind of going in together. There's pineapple that's going through this. Orange, definitely. Pineapple, and then there's like these little hints of like crust notes that you would like for a pie or something like that. It's not one of those de jour ones or whatever, but yeah, I've never had a swirly from them before. This is crazy. This is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, there's like hints of like vanilla maple. And then that cherry, the mango, the orange, the pineapple. Those are the big ones right there in this whole thing. But tastes nothing like beer. Tastes like some kind of mixed drink, some far out mixed drink. It is 6.6%. I can't believe there's maple coming through. That's crazy. It straight up tastes like kind of like a maple. It's very sweet though. Very, very sweet. All right. Wow. So I get a little hyper on this one. So this is the strawberry. They call it strawberry spritz from Vermont Creamery. Go figure. That's probably from Vermont. We're in Vermont though. We have crafted since 1984. We have crafted delicious artisanal cheeses in Vermont. They are out of Websterville, Vermont. I do not know where that is. But they put dried strawberries, which strawberries, sugar, and rice flour. And then, of course, the goat's milk. Cultures contain milk, salt, enzymes, goat cheese, this, that. So this is what it looks like. Just a bunch of, it's that tube. I just cut it into a bunch of chunks. It's got like hardcore strawberries. See one piece right there. Go ahead and smell this. Yeah, right off the bat, it smells kind of like a strawberry vanilla kind of sundae of some kind, or a milkshake. Kind of like a milkshake, but with goat cheese, that raw kind of goaty kind of thing, the wild, farmy kind of aroma, but in a milkshake. Yeah, it smells like a strawberry milkshake with goat cheese. That's very, very interesting. I mean, I've had this like 3 or 4 times, but it's cool to kind of go back. I don't get any saltiness, just sweet, funky, strawberry, vanilla milkshake. All right, and it's smushy. You can eat this with a spoon. You had a tube, last week or the week before? Yeah.
I
All
did.
right.
It was blueberry.
Blueberry, that's right. Yep. That's good. I like the blueberry one.
Blueberry vanilla.
Oh, blueberry vanilla. Okay. All right. They had one with blueberry, pineapple, and thyme. But I was like, I don't know. I mean, I've had that before, but I don't know if I really like that one. The thyme kind of throws it off a little. All right, we're going to eat this. Cheezers.
Cheezers!
Woohoo! It's it's got that tart, wild, funky. It's also very sweet. Not very sweet, but it's sweet. Sugary. And maybe a slight hint of honey as well in there. I don't know if they put honey. But trying to see. We have a little time. We're all right. Okay. Where do they put? Let's see if they put no honey, but it does kind of have a honey kind of thing. Definitely a sweet strawberry thing going on with that funky, goaty kind of thing. Tart, but sweet and great. Just like the beer. Kind of like the beer. Tart and sweet. Very sweet. This is not as sweet as the beer. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how they mix together. Let's do cheese before beer. So, whoa, cheese, beers.
Cheers.
Right. So I show all you guys my mouth with cheese in it. All right, here we go.
That's fantastic. Wanna try it?
Whoa. Oh. Wow. That brings out a lot more of the mango and pineapple. Took away the maple. Still sweet as all good seriousness. Super sweet. Tart. Kind of like just doubled up on the tartness, but not like a tart that's like sour. It's just it's definitely there. But the I wouldn't say it tastes like cheesecake, like some of those that have mixed the goat with the honey goat with one of these kind of beers. It kind of sometimes tastes like cheesecake or something, because you get that like crust from the cheesecake, the graham cracker honey kind of thing going on. But this is good. It kind of leaves a residual goatiness in the back of your tonsils, like when you're taking, you can kind of feel it in the back of your mouth. But boy, does that mixes really well. That brought the pineapple and the mango out quite a bit. A little bit of the orange coming through. The strawberry kind of went off a little bit, and it just brought in the sweet, kind of creamy. I guess you could say cheesecake. Yeah, it kind of has a cheesecakiness, but without the graham cracker crust. Let me I don't get like the crust or anything. I'll take one more little small bite. Get the cherry. That cherry is huge in this beer. It comes out even more with the cheese. Maybe the strawberry and the cherry now working together. That's interesting. I'll have my last thoughts. Let me do beer before cheese just for science.
The cheesers.
Okay, got all that shit from the beer, and then the cheese. Basically, all it does is just adds that extra little rawness, that that wild, funky goat, and it just kind of mixes in and adds kind of that cheesecakey kind of feel and texture. I think it's the texture of the cheese that's making me think like cheesecake. Because it's like I bought a cheesecake, a little small one, because they ran out of donuts. I like to buy a donut when I get home from work as a reward. But for my day, it's like, all right, let's have a donut. And they ran out. They didn't have any donuts, so I went and got a cheesecake piece, a blueberry one, and it had the graham cracker crust and all that underneath. But man, it's such a solid, thick, kind of like almost viscous, mash in your mouth kind of feel, like it like sticks your tongue to your palate kind of feel, and that's kind of what this is, beer before cheese. So it's kind of interesting. But this cheese really pops out. The pineapple, the orange, the cherry, the vanilla kind of runs into the cheese a little bit, and the strawberry not so much, kind of goes away. It kind of blends in with all the other fruits. But very good. It's interesting. It's fun. It's something to try, definitely, with a cheese. If you want to get like a full-on cheesecake kind of feel, definitely find maybe a honey goat cheese, and then mix it with any pureed sour that you can find, and you're gonna have a pretty cool experience too. So, but there you go. That's it.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to experiment with that, with this side of it all. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll bring Bumpy up and get our last thoughts going, scores, all that shit, and here we go.
Yeah, so my last thoughts, I mean, for the cheese, it's Articus. They do really good cheeses, really good Goudas, especially. Different, Goudas are going to be different. I'm not like a big fan of the young Goudas. I do like them aged. I do like them smoked if I'm going to have a Gouda, typically. Right. But you can only do so many smoked Goudas. So for a young Gouda cheese, I'd say Articus, probably one of the better cheeseries. I call them a cheesery. What else are they called? What are they called?
I think they are called that, man.
Actually. Yeah, whatever. Derriers. Cheese makers to go to for a Gouda. They make really good Goudas. I think they make other styles as well, but yeah. So for this young Gouda cheese, no ands, ifs, or buts. It's not smoked. It's not aged for an extremely long time. It had pretty good flavors for what it was. I would put it in the top end, very good. And that's basically a little bit biased by me, just because it's like not like the type of Gouda that I'd actually be looking for. I prefer the more aged Goudas, and like I said, the smoked Gouda is where you want to be, I think, when it comes to Goudas. But for what it was compared to other young Goudas that I've had through this experience with Beer Man, I'd say this one is top end, very good. It's a must try if you're looking for good Goudas. Go to Articus. Um, the beer. Now, I've had a few Italian pilsners. This one was a little bit less inspiring to me. I love the can art. I like Spyglass. I think they're a decent brewery. But yeah, this one just kind of, I don't know. I have a Peroni. Let's go ahead and experience that. I mean, this is an Italian. This is also an Italian Pilsner.
I like Peroni. It's good.
So the difference between the two, I mean, the Italian Pilsner from Spyglass is much more bitter. It's less skunky. I'm looking for a bottle opener for the Peroni. Let's go ahead and crack that. You can already smell the skunk. I mean, it's in a green bottle.
Yeah.
So you get that kind of skunkiness out of it.
I like the skunk, to be honest.
It's not as doughy, bready, biscuity. You get like kind of a slight kind of crackery to ricey type flavor out of it. It does have a bit of bitterness to it, though. And it is a bit on that kind of earthy kind of side. Earthy herbal. But yeah, definitely kicks more bitterness out than like if you're gonna get like a Budweiser or any American style adjunct lager or pilsner. So the bitterness on it's kind of like almost up there with like a Czech style pilsner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more bready and stuff like that, like bready, doughy type malt. You get more malt character out of the Spyglass Italian Pilsner. I'd say it's almost about the same bitterness level. Kind of same after flavor. That kind of grassiness. So from the other Italian Pilsners I've had from other brewing companies, I think they took a different avenue. It was almost like you could really pair them really well with like pizzas and spaghetti and stuff like that. They seem to almost have like a kind of spicy tone to them. Like they could have added oregano and thyme and other spices. This one's a bit different. I think that they maybe were going for more of a traditional Italian Pilsner. So in that aspect, I think that I would raise what I originally thought of it up a little bit. And I think I'd put it into the very good category. I think I'd put it into the low end, very good for the Spyglass Italian Pilsner.
Nice.
Originally, I was thinking, top end good, maybe. It's not something that's like, it's not really up my avenue. Much rather have other beers. But it's decent, there's nothing really wrong with it. I did enjoy some of the other Italian Pilsners over this one, but maybe they weren't as accurate as far as the style would pertain. Seems to be almost like the Italian Pilsner thing is new in America. But yeah, I think that they got it pretty close to kind of what the Italian Pilsner was. So yeah, bottom end very good for that. As far as a pairing, I think that the beer and cheese, I think they kind of complemented each other. They went along with kind of a fair playing ground. So it wasn't a bad pairing. Nothing really overwhelmed the other one. Still got some flavors from the cheese. Still got some of the Pilsner coming through, some of the beer coming through. Yeah. So I'd say it was a decent pairing. It wasn't like a very like exciting pairing, but
Yeah.
that was just based off of the base that I had to go off of. So
All right,
cheers.
man. Cheers.
And
Cheers.
cheers.
And cheers to the mama Peroni.
My Peroni.
All right, thanks, Bumpy. All right. Well, shoot. Yeah, my okay, look. This went well together, but it was a little too sweet. So now I wish I would have just gotten a plain goat cheese. Something that would add texture, goatiness to an already sweet beer, you know, because the beer is like super intensely sweet. Almost so sweet that you hardly even get the tart. It's not, it's cloying, but it's still dry enough to not be overwhelmingly cloying. So it's okay, and it has some pretty cool flavors. I did kind of like the cherry going. It really is big and cherry. They should have said has cherry flavoring in it or something, because I mean it really does. I didn't even taste the mango really. It was more like a orange. You do get the vanilla. I mean, the thing is like it's sticks my thing to it. Like it's so sticky. But I mean I I don't know how to score this thing. I wouldn't buy it again because I don't really buy these that often. I mean maybe if it was like to show someone the beer, okay, I'll buy another one. You can see what it's all about. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'd probably give it like an 85, 86. You know, probably like higher end good, low end very good. It's not bad for what it is. The cheese, I think I've always given this a fairly decent score. I like the strawberry in there, the little spritzy strawberry kind of feel to it, and then that hints of honey or sweetness with that tart kind of almost citrusy kind of farmy, barny kind of goaty thing. It's just it mixes in really well. Definitely an artisanal goat cheese for sure with strawberry flavoring. I would definitely put this in the 90, 92 range, somewhere around there. As far as the pairing goes, definitely it can go both ways, but I would probably prefer it cheese before beer. And probably not with this beer. I would want to put the cheese with like something a little more still puree, but a little more sour tart instead of so sweet. Because sweet with sweet becomes too sweet. You know, you kind of have to have like a, you know, you have to have something a little more different that works well and complements what you're having. You can't sometimes the positive and the positive doesn't always make positive. So it's just a little it became a little too cloying, and I was just like, wow, I felt like I was one thing that was cool though, it did kind of bring that cheesecake thing out, but it took away the graham cracker crust. So it was like you're just eating the stuff on top of the crust. It did have that nice thickness to it, like a cheesecake has. It did bring out some of the cherry more, some of the pineapple more with the cheese. The strawberry was there, but kind of subdued. It did have a little bit of that raw thing from the goat cheese itself. The texture was nice, had a nice thickness to it, very full, made the beer full bodied. I mean, it already is full bodied, but it made it even fuller. Or more full. What's the proper English? But no, it's not bad. The mix I'd probably go with like I'd probably just go kind of mid range to upper good, maybe mid range more. So, but I'm not unhappy. It was worth it. It was fun. So, yeah. But I can still taste. I can smell and taste the vanilla and like some of the cherry and the mango and all that shit in my mustache. It's like stuck in there, and I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and just we're gonna go ahead and go back into the shout outs. Toot sweet. Exactly. I'm gonna be tooting soon here. Let's go ahead and take the banner off and do some shout outs for our last show. This is the last show for Beer and Cheese. We'll never do it again. We'll never do it again. What the fuck was that?
Your stuff moved.
Holy smokes. Okay. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna bring you up. Since it's the last show, we'll bring you up big.
All right.
We'll do a nice big shout out for whatever you want to do. So cheers.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'd like to thank you for having me on all these years doing Beer and Cheese. It's been a big pleasure. Definitely found out a lot about different cheeses through this show and pairing, beers, cheeses, and also eventually other liqueurs, wines, whatever. Wine and cheese always goes well together. Yeah, you've helped me find the cheeses that I like, to eat, and even started creating my own cheeses to pick up during Thanksgiving time when I make all the cheese purchases and the crackers and the different meats for a charcuterie board. Yeah, so it's been great fun, good learning experience, and
Cool.
really enjoyed it. So thank you, Beer Man.
Welcome.
Like to shout out Miscellaneous Beer Reviews. He was also one of the original ones to come up when this show first started.
Yep.
So check out his channel. He does a lot of live shows. They're just kind of mostly general chit chat type stuff, but he's constantly live. And just check out his channel if you enjoy just general live conversation between a few people. He does some live gaming stuff as well. So if you're into any of the gaming stuff, as far as he's done everything from like Call of Duty channels to hunting animals and stuff like that with some type of hunting game that he does. But yeah, Miscellaneous Beer Reviews. That's his new channel. Also had Miscellaneous Magnets. That's how I first found him, met him. But he was doing the Miscellaneous Magnets. I think that channel may still be up, but he hasn't really posted anything to it recently. But it was like magnet fishing, which it turned out to be a pretty interesting concept.
Right?
Yeah. On my channel, I got my beer reviews. I do. I try to put out 3 a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I try to keep them kind of sweet and short. Try to fast forward through the boring parts of me thinking about what the hell I'm drinking and tasting. Also, frozen pizza reviews. Those go out on Tuesdays. I try to drop all my videos at 11 a.m. Eastern. So I was trying to keep it kind of on a flat plane so everybody knows when to expect anything to drop that's new. Did drop one today. It was mini pizza bagels. They had pepperonis on them. It was one I had my grandson over, and it was lunchtime, and that's what I was going to give him for lunch. So I figured, hey, I'll make it a review because I hadn't had them, and it's good to also know, what it might taste like. So if I'm feeding him something, I kind of want to know, hey, is this even any good? Most of the time, if I was going to do that, I would pre-inspect it and taste it prior. But that was an actual during the recording event. So it was kind of, I'd say it's a little bit funny because He was in the background just talking, mostly while I was making the bagels. And
Did he like
uh,
them?
He liked them. Yeah, that was the thing, was I wasn't recording when he first took his first bite, and I wish I had my phone going at that point, but I didn't, because I was kind of setting him up and I was getting set up. But so he started eating. He ate one of them, and he was like, "Yum!"
Oh, that's cool.
He really liked it. And of course, when I start recording, he doesn't say a damn word. He's just eating, and I'm like, "Hey, do you like it?" And he's like, shaking his head, yes. Like, all right, but yeah, that's what's going on my channels. I do have something a little bit different for next week for Tuesday. It's a calzone, but it's not like the typical calzones that we get here in New England, so a little bit different. But yeah, check it out. I haven't edited that video yet, but it will be out on Tuesday.
So,
Cheers.
All right, dude. Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Thanks, man. All right, here we go. Last one. All right, cool. That was like saying bye to you at Treehouse, man. It's like, okay, that's your last time up. Here we go. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, again, man, like Bumpy said, it's been a pleasure doing this show with you. And, when Miscellaneous started out with us, that was fun having him up as well. As well as anyone else that's come up with us and had a good time. Robert from Whiskey Scout, just to name some out there. But Eric and from Thomas Metal 75 and East Coast LQ Reviews. We did it out there too. That was kind of fun when I was out there visiting. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, just a lot of good times. I honestly thought it was longer. I thought I was on YouTube longer than I've been on. But it's really it's pushing 7 years, but 6 years. But yeah, 4.5, 5 years of the show. It's quite a feat to approach. You're just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, especially eating cheese.
a lot of cheese. I think I spent did my taxes the other night, and I was like, wow, I spent almost $300 in cheese this year. So it really adds up. But no, yeah, as far as just shouting out a couple people, he's in the chat here, Mr. Toot Sweet, Macaroni, Northwest Small Batch Brewing. Cheers, Steven. Yeah, he put up recently 2 days ago a single malt Sundays, and then he also has his shorts that he does as a beer short Hot Tips Thursday, and just a little thing he likes to do. He likes to wear shirts for the channels that he watches and supports, and it's really cool of him to do that. So yeah, shout out to him. Keep It Funky Beer and Dank Reviews. I just hung out with him 2 nights ago. I think I went in the house and fell asleep again. But we got a little high. But that guy's cool, man. Oh, he drank a Vienna lager today. All right, 11 minutes ago. What the fuck? Okay, that guy's drinking a lot of beer. Does a lot of beer reviews, a lot of weed and beer reviews. Cool guy, Jordan, man. Hell yeah. Gonna see him September. So I'm actually buying those tickets soon. Can't wait. All right. As far as my show goes, I'm taking another 2-week hiatus. This Thursday, next Thursday I won't be brewing. Thursday after I'll be doing the Vienna lager. I just did a double dry hop, my second dry hop drop last night. So this will be ready Friday to go into a keg, my Westie, and it's coming out pretty damn tasty. I'm liking it. It is hot burny though. It's got a lot of shit floating around in there. So it's gonna take some gelatin or something to drop all that shit down. But I missed my AHA competition for the ordinary bitter. I totally wasn't thinking, and just 3 times a charm. So next year we'll try and do better. But I am going to add my enter my Kolshan, sending that in about a month to the guys in Texas there at Homebrew Happy Hour, and they got the Kolsch cups. So I did pay for that too, so I'm not going to waste my money 2 times in a row here. So just got my bottles, so I'll be putting some stuff in fresh bottles and just brewing beer, brewing a lot of beer. I do need to brew a stout for my wife again, so that might come up eventually, probably after the Vienna. But just look out for live brew days. I like doing live brew days because I get bored, and I still sometimes. I did, however, brew by myself, no live, and it was nice because I was able to think for myself, able to do my own thing, not get, like fucking nervous sometimes. I don't get really nervous, but I mean, like you have your own mind, you have your own thoughts. You're letting everything that you have inside you out. It's like, all right, I don't have to listen to anyone. I don't have to hear anyone. I don't have to talk to anyone. I don't have to chat. I don't have to do this. There's no interactions with people. It's just me and the beer. And so that is nice. But I do like doing live brew days, so look out for those. Beer reviews, I'm going to try and do more. Beer and Cheese Tuesday's done, but we got Wednesday live show that will be going on probably at least another year. Because I do like to have the live brew days or live days for these live shows for just to have. They're nice. At least one I'm okay with, but 2 is a little too much. But that's all I got. I'm done rambling. So yeah, cheers, Stephen. Hell yeah. So yeah, last show, and this is it. So I just want to say thank you to the community first of all. I'll name you guys off because there was only Stephen in here. Oh, and Blake. All right, cheers to you guys. Cheers to Bumpy. Cheers, man. Mr. Jesse here, man. Everyone knows this. I'm sorry. I hope it's okay to use your first name. But I'm Steven, by the way, too. But no, really good hanging with you on this show, and just the friendship, that we've developed over the years has been good and very productive and cool. And I enjoy hanging out with you. So it's really nice having that stronghold there. But so thank you, Bumpy, for being here with me, and appreciate it. As well as anyone else that's been on the show. So, all right. Well, we're gonna leave now. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world. And join us afterwards if you get that link. Come on in. We're gonna probably hang a little or go somewhere. I don't know. But now after one more sip. Cheers.
Cheers.
Gulp. Yeah. That's it. We're done.